Hello everyone, and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. I am exactly where I left off in the last episode, in my own starting settlement. I have a well there, my house where I can sleep, and I was building on a hunting lounge. But I have not gotten too far with that one. I managed to throw all my stuff inside the house. There's a container, so I'm now more free to move. And first things first, I need to take a bath because I was getting filthy. Oh yeah, everything is cool. We are clean as a whistle, as they say. And I need to go this way. First off, I need to find a tavern bench and get myself some food because I'm dying of hunger and I don't really have anything. I mean, I guess I have meat, but I don't really know if I can immediately craft something like a campfire or something like that. Not here. Hunting. Oh, no, I don't want to buy a hunting lounge. 3, 2, 1. Fishing hut. I don't know yet. Farming. Plot. Barn. Yeah. Animal husbandry. No. Production services. Nothing I can immediately use. Builder's hut. Storages. I really wonder where is my campfire. I know I have seen it, but I no longer see it. Furniture and decor. Road. Buildings. Fences. Gates. Maybe here. Here it is. Campfire. And I need 16 for it. I was looking for that because I do have meat. I have 32 meat to be exact. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Brasimir. That's right, nice to meet you. What brings you to me? Your dear husband told me you gave me beer. I haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. That sounds more than amazing. Good. Well, it depends what proper means to you. I guess the standards are low. But I can offer you something warm and filling. There you go. Now tell me something about yourself. How do you know my husband? By coincidence. There's nothing much to say really. I just arrived at the valley looking for my uncle Iordan. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Yeah. If you didn't know, our uncle that we were searching for died 3 years ago. But these people and the husband of this lady was knowing him, so they were actually pretty cool about that. Oh yes, he was only ghost friend. Remember now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I am sorry for your loss. That's okay, I didn't even remember him really. Most that I know about him was from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously, even when he stopped visiting. A lot of people did. From what I've heard, there was something special about him. Tough shoes to fill. The only shoes that you need to worry about are your own. Every man is an architect of his own fortune. Yeah, I guess that's right, that's why I have a reputation of minus 389. Thank you for saying that, it's what I needed to hear, but let's not talk about it anymore. What's your story? I was part of a traveling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn how to play any instrument. How did they drag you along with them then? But I was pretty decent with my singing. Oh yeah, probably that's why. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. Still remember seeing Artagorst for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Ireland wasn't just a friend to his, he was a part of him. Great. The band left a few days later. I stayed. There was something in Artagorst's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. Very romantic. You probably noticed the age difference. Yeah. The game is pretty particular about that I cannot really marry anybody 10 years older than me. Not like I would want to. That makes a lot of sense in real life also. Not to shame anybody who is having older or younger partner, but my experience is that interest differences and frequency of interactions are differ with age. And if your partner is a decade before you, then he or she will have different needs. So, you know, try to find something in the bracket. What? You are implying that I look old? Well, kinda, but I try not to. Nothing of sorts. Anyway, so it looked like you were anchored here by love. That's amazing. Yeah. You could call it that. Or blindness, or stupidity, poor judgment maybe. Whatever sounds best to you. I mean, not to be rude, but running a tavern is much more stable and profitable than singing. One cold night and all your career is fucked up. Pretend all you like. You fell hard for the grandpa. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else, yet I can't imagine breathing without him now. But don't let me go all soft on you. You surely got some places to go. Yeah, actually I have a quest for your somebody in your village, I guess. It was a pleasure talking to you. Every second of it. Here, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coins these days. I noticed. And nobody has any of it because I was stealing like from 5 villages around. Oh, come on, don't try to be a hero. Man, alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout, just your first pay. Alright, permanent job, I like that. As a farmer in the village, she's called Yerogniva. She usually supplies the tavern with rye, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen if these people when we run out of beer. Yeah, it's a tavern, you can probably like close the doors. Consider it done. Great, everything is cool. Alright. So people, my game was crashing, my OBS was crashing, everything was crashing. I get to the point after I talk with the wife of the dude of this village, and now I have to talk with the dude as well. And there he is. Hey, I'm a ghost. You are looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beers. A job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with December godness and start reminiscing. I knew I ordained for 22 years before he died. He was my best friend, my truest friend. A brother, actually. I remember the day we met as if it was yesterday. It was 25, I was 25 at the time, living in a big city of Jellenberg, where I was born. You could say I hated that place, but still, it was the only home I ever knew. Maybe someday I will tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did. Doing the only thing I could, stealing. Yes, I did the same thing. I was, and a bloody good one, if I might say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from your fork, and you would not even notice. It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival. But I would be lying if I would say I didn't enjoy the process. So you are a thrill seeker. I would say wait to hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty. I didn't want it to get all high and mighty, but that was the only dialogue option. We had an annual festival at Jellenberg. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewelry, a pair of new boots, and I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be set free. I mean, to reset. I sneaked behind him in the crowd, like I did 1,000 times before child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, I did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear like always. And then, wham! What happened? I was punched in the face by what felt like a bull. I was so shocked I didn't even realize what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding, I could barely see straight, and do you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow. No, I guess it was the dude. It was a smile, a big radiant smile on the face of the man with two different eyes. It was your uncle Iordan, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Wait, did he realize we were just trying to rob him, right? Of course he did. I don't get it. That's just how Iordan was. You see, your uncle was deadly clever, smartest man I've ever known, hands down. He could see the world like nobody else, predict things. He was always at least a dozen steps ahead of anyone else. So on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. But didn't surprise him. Apparently, even despite my failure, I was still that one that came the closest to robbing him. And he liked that. Of course he did. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at that moment. So excuse me, dude, get the heck out, we are having a conversation. So we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. I remember that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care though. Yeah. In a matter of seconds we were sitting at a table being serviced by two barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind there was only one explanation: he owned the place. And did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Yellenberg. It all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me still being dazed by the punch. I was still sure he was a nobleman, his manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved. And then he chugged the beer like it was a race, wiped the face with a sleeve and burped like a drum. He went from one lord to a savage like that, snaps his fingers. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realized why he did that. It wasn't a mistake, oh no. No laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. That he was full of crap. Alright. You see, Rasamir, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. Imagine a closed door with two armed guards at its sides, and you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick the lock, but other than, he just holds his head high, walks right in and demands the door to be open. You were right, that all sounds surreal. I never knew about my uncle death. My mother's stories were quite different. Because I'm afraid she knew quite a different island than me. And everybody in the pack, oh, they made a pack of thieves. Oh dear, Rasmus, here's so much more you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more. After that beer we had a couple more than some mead. If I remember correctly, we were talking about our past, our dreams, convictions, started making some drunk and absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. Next thing I remember is waking up in silk sheets. That was quite a change, I guess. They don't even have silk sheets here in this bumhole of a city. Are you kidding? It was the first time I touched a fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high I could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming when the servants walked in. I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, he presented me with a breakfast. How come? It was all Ireland's doing. I have never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter, even years after, needless to say. I left Yellenberg with him on the day. The first time I went outside of the town's walls and never came back. That was the day the pack was born. 3 years later there were 5 of us, a real team. Family, we called ourselves the Reminders. Okay. How I wish I could be there, adventurous type. It wasn't always fun and lovely, but that's a tale for another day. It really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come and find me tomorrow, and then we will talk some more. Reputation plus 10 for talking to a dude. That's good. The problem is my reputation is still shit. But here we go. Let me check, because I received some skill points and I wanted to check what will that be good for. This is diplomacy and knowledge. 5% more experience gained from diplomacy. 20% more dynasty reputation points gained. I guess that's not even a question, then I kind of have to take this. And this? 10% more affection points gained by flirting. Eventually. But I need this more. What's this? Survivor. I can... Oh, what is this? This looks like interesting. 10% more health. Yes. Gimme that. Oh, and I have 1 more point. Give me another point on that. Wait, I have not seen the third row. What is this? Slower food and water loss? Maybe I need that too. Food and water was a bitch in this game. Faster movement in water, that doesn't really strike me as required. Alcohol resistance. I take the foodie. And I have 1 more in crafting. What do we need? This is kitchen workstation, sewing hut, workshop, smithy. Well, I probably use smithy quite a lot, so I take that. Alrighty. I seem to have a quest somewhere. Let me take a look. Yeah. Or a story, I tweet for that tomorrow. Alvin's story. 20 onion seed will be my reward. And I have the wife's request to find out what's wrong with the ride delivery. I get that one, that sounded interesting. 45 meters. That away. Any of you will need to be talked to. Herogneva. Alright. I've been sent. What for? I've heard that you were one of the suppliers of rye to the tavern. No, she's not very talkative. You're always that charming to the strangers, such a special some way. Forgive me, I didn't mean to be rude, I'm just dealing with some personal issue. That's why I'm here. I don't want to intrude, just wanted to ask about the rye situation. Unfortunately, we won't be able to provide the rye this time, the crops are all diseased. Pretty much unusable, as if I didn't have enough problems already. But don't worry, I ordered the delivery of rye from Rolnica. It should have been here yesterday. Actually, don't know what happened, and you were just sitting here. No, they are usually very prompt. Maybe you could go see him and check everything is alright. Alright, that's what we will do. $1,300 meters? Oh my god. Alright, so I don't... that will be a long walk. But that's actually the main quest that I wanted to do, so I have nothing better in my mind at the moment than to actually do that. I might need to cut parts of this journey out because it will be boring as heck. I might, just get a few animals on the way. That's the only valuable thing I can find to sell. Besides hammers. But yeah, this will be a longer walk. Well, look at that. These random cards along the way are very useful. In this one I found a healing potion. Potion of instant healing too. Shrub. There you go, almost full HP. Oh, that's cool. I'm also thirsty, so I need to dip my head into this one. Alright, life is good. 700 meters that way. Through the water we will swim. Oh yes, we are getting close to the village. That's fantastic news. We are in the dead of the night and it took a while to get here. I was looking at my feet for most of the time. I was trying to find that healing route to heal all the way up, but I haven't found any, so I guess. My guy's here. Tomira, Nadar, you my man. Sorry for wake you up. I was asked to check up on ride delivery that was supposed to go on Kostovia. Are there any setbacks? So he wasn't even reached Kostovia yet. That's worrying. I sent one of my workers to the parcel yesterday. He should be back here already. There were never any problems with this route before, so it's more than a kilometer of a route. Something must have gone wrong. I'm already involved in this situation, so I could go and try find him. I've traveled here from Gostovia, maybe I missed him somewhere on the way. Just tell me I don't need to go all the way back there. Would you do it? That's extremely helpful. Hope he is okay. I'm pretty sure he's not. Alright, my man. I already robbed you. Find the courier on the road to Gostovia. Luckily it's just half a kilometer out. In the dark. Oh, jeez, no. I think the season has just... this is horrible. The season changed. Now it's late autumn. But at least I no longer need the torch. Did my stuff that I picked up is still on me? Berry, okay, that clay pot. And then the lion, nightshade. I picked all these up. Feather. And vein. Oat ale. Yeah, that will be useful later on. Plank. Forage, I keep that. Night vision, I don't need. Sobriety, strength. Stick, I also don't need that. Did it get in here? Yeah, it get in here. Stone. Stone axe. Straw, I keep the straw here as well. Seems to be a safe place. What a poopy weather. But look at how good the trees look. Alright. I have... Oh no, this is talk to you in Ghost. That's a different part of my story. I wanted to find out what happened to that courier, but I guess if he has not arrived here, then he's probably dead. The valley is treating me nicely so far. Look at the weather, dude. That's wonderful, resume. But you came at a poor time. My duties as Castellan await me. Good. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Yeah, it's not sure, to be honest. There's been a murder. Huh. And it wasn't me. Great. I mean, not for the deceased, obviously, but excitement and mystery in the valley. Oh, how I miss being that young and stupid. Why are you calling stupid, dude? I am the one with the axe. I should be joking about that. I'm an adult and an important figure, whatever. Do you wish there to be two bodies instead of one? I respect you even more than before. Jokes aside, that's a really serious matter. I won't be able to share more stories with you at the moment, but I believe there's someone you should meet. His name is Sambor. He was one of us, the pack, I mean. Are you serious? And he lives here in the valley? That's right, all of them do actually. I have marked Sambor's house on your map. You should pay him a visit, okay? But beware, calling someone friendly is like being stung by a bee right in the tip of your manhood pleasant. I wouldn't know. Alright, let's find that courier. I'm more worried about that. Wait, let me check my journal. And I want to do the wives story. Oh, it's actually closer to here than to the other place. That's great news. Oh, mushroom. I'm pretty sure it's a poisonous mushroom. Oh, look at that. Boiled mushroom. Oh, there's more of them. Red pine. I don't know this brand. Let me pick a few of them up. I don't know anything about mushrooms, but I promise I will not eat them. Oh, please make the rain stop. Oh, look, different type of mushroom. Parasol mushroom. Damn, at least that one thing is good in the rain. The forest is full of mushrooms after that. Jeez Louise. Look at all the mushrooms. If I would have more time. But I have important investigations to do. So I will not pick all the mushrooms. Maybe just the poisonous ones. Jeez, you can't step 2 in this forest without running into a mushroom when it's raining. Oh, what? Don't bite me, bro. Eh. Let me just run. $60 that away. $20. Well, I don't see any couriers. I see plenty of deers. This is the road. So let me look, maybe he was just on the side of the road somewhere. Oh, that looks to me like blood. A trail of blood. Very neatly. Huh. It seems the trail of blood have stopped. I don't see anything, but following a trail might lead me to that island that looks like a place. Oh, coins. Let me take that shovel. I had a wooden shovel and I'm pretty sure I saw an iron shovel. There it is. It's a missed opportunity that you can't dig up these places. Right, so it says it's 11 meters that way. I do hope it's not underwater somewhere. There's a small bridge there, I need to check that out. I'm still within the area where I should find that guy. Oh, trail of blood. Oh, this is just a rock. Then this game is not joking about the size of areas that you need to find out. Oh, and this is outside of it. I'm pretty sure this trail of blood is supposed to lead me somewhere. But that island is way, way outside of what I need to search for. Another blood trail. And this is the last blood trail. Oh, there it is. Jeez, my dude. I was looking for you for like 2 hours. Badly wounded. You have been attacked. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. Well, after this much trouble, I'm not sure I want you to. You're another's worker, aren't you? That's right, here, take this parcel if you want. Just please get some help. Go back to Nadar. So just leave the bleeding man here instead of finding him some herbs. That's pretty rude. Yeah, alright. Let me rush back to that dude. Alright, we are coming up on the village. Let's see if the dude is here. It says 20 meters, nice, so he's sleeping in this house. Oh, my man, your worker is bleeding like shit. I can lie and let him die there. I gave him some medicine. He should be able to pull through. Did I? Sure, don't worry. You're amazing. Here are some coins for all your help. Yeah, I take your money because I'm properly shitty with money, so good deeds here and there are okay, but damn. But alright folks, I think I go here while I talk because this rain will not make it easy for sure. Eh. Alright, so this will be the episode folks. This was a bit of an investigative running around. I still need to deliver what the dude supposed to have been delivering, but that's for the next episode. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. I wish you a fantastic day and see you in the next adventure. Bye bye.